Welcome back to AVPlays. Welcome back to Big Ambitions. We are picking right back up where we left off. It is Wednesday, day 150, 8:14 a.m. Yesterday, we made $945,000, and we have $118,000 in the bank. And that is because we purchased a business in our last episode, another new business from Ingrid, Dad's Liquor Store. Love the name. Love it, but I'm not keeping it, unfortunately. Because Ingrid owns multiple Dad's liquor stores, we're going to differentiate ourselves from them, and we're going to stick with our bottles franchise. So Garment Bottles is going to be the name. Save that change. And let's go ahead and start looking at how this is scheduled. Could be worse, but we're going to go ahead and clear this. Well, we'll leave the schedule as is until we hire new people, which we're working on clearly. And let's actually have our headhunter customer service. We want full-time. They're looking at part-time here. Let's go ahead and do part-time here. I know we're kind of jumping. And since we're already recruiting part-timers, we will do cleaning. We want full-time cleaning. So let's leave that as is. Garment Bottles is running low on everything, of course. So let's go look at the store itself. What did we just buy? And yes, I am going to just take a taxi there. Oh, we have nightclub still checked on. This is our new liquor store, Garment Bottles, right on the edge, right across the street from our hair salon. You know what? I like it a lot. Don't mind it at all. And of course, we'll need more shelving units. So I'm going to just kind of condense those. Outside of that, though, I think this looks great. Let's sell the job board. And really, this is going to run itself. Why are we closed? Probably because we're not open the same hours as our other liquor store, which we are not. Let's go look at Manhattan Bottles. And you are open 24/7, which is probably costing us a lot of money, but we're going to do it here as well. So once we have enough employees, we'll get to that. Let's go ahead and add this to logistics. And Manhattan Bottles is getting 400 and everything. Let's go ahead and do the same here. And we're going to want to up our purchase order on that. So while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit. Let's go with 3,000 for now for everything. Why is this not doing what I would like it to? There we go. Perfect. And what does our logistics from main distribution to here look like? Because it looks like we're not really giving it. Okay, so we are definitely under delivering. For 1,000 was all we were buying. So let's go ahead and take care of that. We honestly might not have even needed to up that order. Let's head back home, and what I'm going to do is play some video games for a little bit, and that'll hopefully get us to where we have enough people to hire. We're going to start with our nightclub. And anyone who doesn't make it into our nightclub will switch over to garment bottles, and then we'll kind of keep working from there. So Manhattan nights, good on full-timers other than cleaning. So let's go ahead and look at full-time cleaners. Wonderful. And our part-timers, we need more customer experience. And we're looking at part-timers. Gavin Cole, you win. And we need part-time cleaning as well. That goes to Dana. Wonderful. Nightclub is all set, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get these guys over. Quite a few of them. These are going to garment bottles. Hold it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this part out, and we'll see you guys when we have them all assigned. Well, switched over to the new business, and we'll build the schedule out together. All right, and let's get this all built out. So cleaning, full-timers, Eric. Wonderful. Lewis. Claudia. Okay. No morning shifts. Does this count? It does, but this does not. Got our health insurance demands. No night shifts. Great. Let's go ahead and copy these over. And now our weekends. Part-time cleaners. Wonderful. Looks perfect to me. And I will skip this part for you guys, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of everyone else. Awesome. So garment bottles is up and running as it should be. Oh,
So I assume you're very happy with your most skilled staff, right? Well, mal schauen. I've got my eye on them, so I bet they're going to be really interested in hearing the salary I'm offering compared to your little establishment.
Ingrid is going to start poaching our employees for 3 days. We'll see if she can do any of them. I highly doubt she'll be successful, but guess it doesn't, you don't want to underestimate Ingrid. Okay. Lower Manhattan. So I think our next best bet here is to, like I said, start thinking about building up. Oh, 12 employees have messaged us. Ingrid is going to be driving us nuts, isn't she? We're going to go ahead and accept everyone. Oh, she is paying. Luckily, I'm making enough a week where this doesn't necessarily hurt me. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. As I was saying, I think it makes a lot of sense to start working on building up a electronics factory. So I'm gonna actually look at, let's say, electronics store, and I think the Xanaman is what you want. Those are the more expensive items. Or let me at least look at purchasing agent and what we can't buy. So rhythm by tray we can. Noise boss we can. And what was so Lower Manhattan demand, rhythm by tray is one of them. Was the Artie fish phone anywhere? So Artie fish can be manufactured only, ordered, or manufactured, and then ordered. So we can start by ordering the noise and the rhythm by tray, but we'll have to start manufacturing these. And I think it makes more sense to manufacture the more expensive to start with over the less expensive. So we'll start thinking about that as time goes forward. Obviously, it's going to be a lot. We won't be able to get started until Monday because of a purchasing order. So what I think we're going to do is let time. Well, actually, before I say that, we are going to. I don't. Let's look at logistics. Sorry. Gift and clothing. Do we get soda? We do. I'm going to get soda over into Manhattan Nights. So let's go ahead and grab a soda machine. And we're only doing that because we just want one more, one more entry, uh, one more product that we could sell. It's always good to have as many of them in the stores as possible. So let's go ahead and do that. Then, what I think we'll do is we'll skip forward a few days to just gather up money and see what we have on Monday to start building out that factory. Honestly, I'm going to buy soda from here versus grabbing it from our warehouse just to not mess with the warehouse levels. Let's go ahead and grab some soda. I think we'll grab 4 boxes. That should do. And let's go ahead and drop all of this. Not at garment bottles, but rather at men at night. Interesting, though, that it looks like we could probably add more items in our next delivery there. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. Lovely. And we'll just place the drinks frid behind here. Fill it up. Get the boxes here. And let's go ahead and set the price on those. Manhattan Nights. Damn. And 325. More. 355. And that'll hopefully just add another product line to sell there. And let's go ahead and head back home. And let's look at logistics for garment bottles while it's on our screen. Let's bump this up to 600 for everything. See if that does anything for us. And we'll go ahead and skip forward the 5 hours. 1800. No new messages from employees, so that's good. Watch some TV. And this will hopefully be taken care of in our next order. Although burgers and fries GG2 seems to be getting under delivered burgers. So another thing, let's go ahead and bump that up to 600. And let's wake up at 8. Okay, 821,000. Everything's looking good. This is logistics. Not enough inventory to deliver due to lack of available space and not enough inventory. So lack of available space we can take care of pretty quickly. Let us find this taxi. And we're going to take it to AJ Peterson. Let's go ahead and grab, I'll say, 3 more storage spaces or storage shelves. Honestly, 4 more. It's not going to hurt us. Head over to bottles. And let's take care of that. I didn't think that we were filling it up all that much, but I guess we really are. And unfortunately, I think that's going to have to go out here for now. And there's that. Let's actually make these guys have outfits, and I think we'll just use gifts. And back home we go. And we're going to rinse and repeat until Monday. So I think I will leave you guys here and we'll pick up on Monday unless something crazy happens. All right. And we're back and we're picking up on Sunday versus Monday because I didn't want you guys to miss the getting of the factory because that's going to happen today because we need the purchase order to come through to the factory. So I think let's look over here. 1292, 184, okay, 2610, 2610. Let's look at the layout here. I don't mind this at all. I think this is the one we're going to go with. And that's going to be electronics factory. Start. Wonderful. And let's go ahead and head over to Industry City. Probably wouldn't die. And we're going to go here. It doesn't open for another 8 hours. Okay, that's fine. Let's check out what the factory looks like. I know we just saw it from the outside. Let's look at it from the inside. I think this gives us so much room to play with. We're going to be building out a massive amount of machines in here, considering the amount of items you need for a electronics factory. So that gives us kind of an idea of what we're going to be looking at. Spread that off. And we're going to head over to the industry supply store. We're going to grab a whole bunch of pallet shelves. Yeah, just drop those off at our factory. Go ahead and sleep until 10. And hopefully 8 will cover what we need for now. And the reason we're not buying machines quite yet is we just want to make sure we have enough money to cover the purchasing order that we're going to. And of course, we have $3 million, but don't want to risk it. It's a lot of people. Perfect timing for a taxi. Oh, I guess we could have just walked there. Fine. All right. Let's figure out where we're going to flop these down. And I think it's going to be up here. But then we're going to just take one corner of this. And hopefully that gives us enough. All right, let's head back home. I think I'm going to take care of these warnings that we have, as many of them as we can. So let's go pick up our car. Perfect. All right. So let's head over to the Manhattan Distro. Hopefully we can get a lot of these taken care of. There's a lot of burgers. That's the usual suspects, really. I think what we'll do is we'll buy 16 boxes of burgers and just drop a few off at each of the stores, kind of pick up on that. All right, let's go ahead and head back home. We're going to take care of looking at our purchase order. All right, so let's actually look at not submitting a bug report, but help. Electronics store. Let's start with the Xanaman phone. What does this need? A whole bunch. Wow. So we need battery, capacitors, copper clad laminate, glass, integrated circuits, microphone, plastic, resistors, speaker, transistors. This is going to be a process. And let's look at our purchasing agents. And let's see how expensive all of this is. It's going to be very expensive. Okay, 1,000. Not as expensive as I thought it was going to be, actually. Bump this up to 5,000. that do too much. It doesn't actually do too much damage. All right. That could be worse. I was expecting a lot of money spent here. The issue is going to be space. Are we going to have enough space? I don't believe water was a part of any of those. Let me make sure. Yeah, no water. Perfect. So we should be fine. I'm going to take out a loan just in case. I want to make sure we cover everything. I don't want to be under on this. And I think I'm actually going to head back over and I'm going to make sure that we have 8 more shells. I just want to make sure we get that whole delivery and we can afford that whole delivery. And that might be overkill. We might just be able to pay back that loan immediately. But it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And this definitely looks like it's going to be a massive amount of lines that feed into creating one product. So it looked like there was 4 different assembly stations that we then put together the phone on. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that just to see what it looks like, how it works. The one good thing is this factory is closer to the wholesale store, the factory store, I think. I guess we could have bought that one. It's closer. Oh, same distance as our jewelry factory. Yes, it's in the very same neighborhood. All right, and let's lay down these last 8 shelves. It is just so important that we get this correct. If we can find a taxi home, hopefully. There's one. I guess up there's go. Wonderful. And we're officially back home. Let's go ahead and kill the rest of this day. Oh, I guess we'll wait until the next purchase order. I wanted to grab the electronics products, the other ones that we could buy. That's fine. Grab them in the next one. Work out for an hour. Wash our hand. Then shower. And we'll see what this purchase photo looks like. Made $1 million. All right, so we still have 2 million. That's awesome. Couldn't store all the fabric. Expensive. Okay. And our order here was beyond what they could fulfill, which is why I was talking about a food factory. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. Let's go ahead and start working on this. Oh, come here, factory. Or factory. Oh, Lord. Come here, taxi, I should say. Let's go here. We're going to buy ourselves a truck. All right. Let's drive this to our factories. I love how it started off with -2% on gas. Well, 98%, I should say. Down 2%. Okay. Maybe we'll just go around all this traffic. And actually, instead of going to our factory store, we should be going here. All right. Now let's go ahead and sleep until 10. I can head in. Now, it looked like the Xanaman phone had different recipes. So it looks like this is going to be input consumer goods assembly machine. Let's start here. Input. Consumer goods assembly. So now we know that looks like that. What is next? A circuit board is going to be another input station. So let's go ahead and grab another input. Oh, and an input station is going to be needed for each of the thing. So input. So 2 inputs. Circuit board is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inputs. We need 7 inputs. And it's going to be interesting to figure out how the heck this electronics, this phone is going to be built out. Next is going to be the molded smartphone. And that's an input with oh, hold on. Hold on. We're reading things incorrectly, guys. Yikes. R from using. Okay, so that was correct. That was also correct. Okay, we're good here. But this is going to need an input station and a kiln. Okay, go back. There's a kiln. Very expensive. And a screen is going to be input and laser cutting machine. So laser cutting machine. And another input station. Well, let's go see what this looks like. How do we build this out in any realistic manner? And of course, our headhunter can do what they love to do best and start looking for factory employees. And we'll actually also be looking for an HR manager. And I'm going in to buy a whole bunch of these because I'm sure we'll need some. So I'm probably going to buy 24 of them. And another good question to this is, does the consumer assembly machine only make one item? Are we going to need one for each and every one of these things? And I think, regardless, I am going to pay this loan back. We'll have $400,000 to play with. Let's go ahead and head over to our factory. think I'm going away. Parking is on the other side. Hi, please. All right. Let's figure out what we're doing here. You know we need these input stations. All right. So we are going to say we're starting here. Audio module. All right. So it does only allow you to do one at a time. So we'll need a few more machines. That's okay. So the audio module medium, you need to begin a microphone and a speaker. Wonderful. I guess we can actually do it like this. Which was my original idea for one of the other things we made. So, microphone, right? Microphone, microphone. speaker. This can also be speaker. And this, I guess, will be a speaker. And out of this comes so we definitely misjudged how we needed to build this, but that's okay. All right, so we'll grab the output station. Wonderful. So that is one line. Now, to build out the circuit board, we need a whole bunch more stuff. So we'll need another consumer goods assembly machine. We'll need more. Well, maybe we'll steal from here. Let's go grab ourselves another consumer good assembly machine. And you know what we can do is, well, for one, let's start hiring. Electronics, where are you? Got 12 employees. Not bad. And go ahead and hire all of these HR managers. For the HR managers, let's see if we even have seats for them. We should, theoretically. Perfect. We'll work on getting them what they want. For the factory, we can already get these guys on an input station. Yeah, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, but we'll do that. And then that covers everyone. Part-timers. Wonderful. Perfect. And how much does this cost in the first place? We'll find out. Consumer goods. Oh, okay. You know what? We can afford two. We're going to buy two. And maybe it would have been a perfect plan to buy like a sprint van now that we have so many places in this area. But we'll survive. We might get ourselves a little industry city house, though. That might be useful. This is the wrong place. All right. So for this, we'll need each of these, and we'll probably steal from here for now. And let's see. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly what we need. And luckily, it looks like this won't take all that much space as well. Okay, let's move. Well, we'll leave these as is for now. Let's grab our other output. And we have an input station that'll fit. All right. And let's adjust. So in order for this to function, and I guess actually we can adjust to what we want. That's what we want. Just all right. And so this is going to be capacitors, copper clad laminate. Wow. Integrated circuits, resistors, and what was the last thing is transistors. And put that all together and it creates a circuit board medium. Wonderful. So that's two very small lines, somewhat functioning for now. Yeah, that. Let's go ahead and hire the rest of these employees. You don't need any more HR managers, so I'm not going to hire those. Nope. Everyone else is good. Wow. Why won't this let me click? Now it's 12 more employees. We love to see that. So what do these employees get us? Let's go ahead and look here. And we have more full-time to work on these lines. And I am going to open the factory. Yeah, so I mean, obviously they're not going to be making much, but they will be able to begin working from what they want, what they need. The rest of these, so molded smartphone goes into the input. This product can be used by the following input. All right, so let's go ahead and grab 2 more inputs and 2 more outputs. See where that gets us. And maybe this little section won't be as expensive as I thought it would be to get up and running. I say that now. Oof, I could be jinxing myself, but I think, realistically, it's not awful. Well, I'm sure there are ways to make it far more efficient than what I'm doing, but it might actually be pretty useful, pretty quick and easy. All right, and I'll grab the kiln. Laser cutter, especially if these do this. These could be this close. That really takes up so much less space. And I'm sure like people will say you could have these all running on one line. And you can. But it seems like I actually probably can do that. All right, what is the kiln make? So it takes in plastic and creates a molded smartphone. And last but not least, the screen takes glass. So glass, and this creates screen. And so then this all condenses into this last machine and creates the Xanaman info. How can we make it so that this is easy? Let's see. We have a lot of conveyor belts to play with. Let's pause time. Can't pause time. All right, let's see. So this feeds into here. Or is it that we'll need one of each? Okay. Let's actually kill these puts. Where can I put this where it makes sense? It feels like right here makes sense. Go grab the rest of our inputs for our conveyor belt plane. We're going to need a lot more conveyor belts. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm wasting time here, guys. At least that lines up perfectly. I just think I feel like this could be so much more efficient if we were to place like we were to, because then we're missing two whole lines. So we could have a whole section of these combining and going into here. I'm not sure. Can all of these fall into one and go into one location? That would be useful, but I don't think that's how it works. No, I guess we'd only be missing one. And honestly, we could probably get away with doing that. On this side. And then it's just, what do we do here? Maybe. So this takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's actually really fast. Wow. I'm not sure. We'll have to think about this. How do we make this more efficient? But for now, it seems like it could be decent in this structure. And that gives us space to build out, like, I mean, for the Xanaman phone, we could build out like 2 more of these, depending on how many we need. And then we can also think about the other electronic products that we'll be building here. So I'm going to go and grab just a cart full of conveyor belts. Come on. Where are the taxis? There we go. Then we definitely have a few more employees to hire. So that's useful. We'll see where this brings us. I mean, we definitely will be producing these phones for at least 7 days until before we start even opening up an electronics store or thinking about it. So we have so much time to get stock ahead of time. It, you know, it looks like pretty much every single market wants an electronics store, so we'll be able to start selling those pretty quickly and making good amounts of money off of them. And then we'll just continue our attack of Ingrid and the rest of our rivals here. All right, let's finish this first line. Ooh, all right. There's the first bit of issue we're going to have, but that's easily taken care of. Hopefully. We'll be able to just do this, this, and push this forward. Perfect. And so, okay. So we have our inputs, have our outputs. This is making a Xanaman phone. This is one line going. Let's go ahead and hire everyone that is to hire. Let's get them on the schedule. And I guess it would make sense to do this. That way we have at least one set of line, like one time where everything is being produced. Wonderful. Let's look at our part-timers, and we're going to leave the part-timers as is because they are quite a few days away from us needing to worry about filling out the line. Okay. Awesome. And I'm thinking this is a perfect time to call this one an episode. We started working on our electronics factory in this one. We will be picking right back up, taking care of the rest of this, figuring it out, making it more efficient. We want to be building the best electronics factory that we could possibly have. So we will pick it up from there. I will see you guys in the very next one. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. Please leave any comments with what you want to see. And this will be coming out on Friday after Christmas. So this is being recorded on Christmas Eve. I don't know about you guys, but I got like 14 inches of snow. So I'm excited to not look at that. But yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.